Hello everyone, welcome to the Rocket Smart channel. Today is our first episode. Let's take a look at a problem from Canada. So this is a series of summation. There are 500 terms and the students are asked to find out what's the summation of these 500 terms. If you're interested, please take a moment and solve this problem yourself. You can pause this video. Okay, let's take a close at this problem. There are 500 terms. Let's first generalize each term. If the numerator is I, which changes from 1 all the way to 500, then the denominator is 2 times I minus 1 times 2I plus 1. So these are all the odd numbers. Then we can find out that usually for this kind of term we can separate it into two terms, that is the subtract from each other. So now let's take a look. What would it be? First is 1 over 2I minus 1. The second one is 1 over 2I plus 1. If we can do a little math, we will find out it will equal to the 2 over 2I minus 1 times 2I minus plus 1. So this is very close to this generalized term from this original summation problem. Therefore, we can find out the generalized term of I squared over 2I minus 1 times 2I plus 1 will equal to I squared over 2I minus 1 minus I squared over 2I plus 1. These two terms will subtract from each other and then multiply 1 over 2. That will equal to the generalized term. Therefore, we can come back to the original question of this 500 summation. Therefore, we can separate them into 1000 terms, which will be, there's 1 over 2 outside of the bracket, then there will be 1 minus 1 over 3. That's the first term. The second term will be separated as 4 over 3 minus 4 over 5. And the third term is 9 over 5 minus 9 over 7, etc. And the last term will equal to 500 squared over 999 minus 500 squared over 1001. So what do you see from this 1000 terms? Let's take a look. And you probably already found out that if we group every two terms together, you can see they actually all equal to 1. And this term, two terms you group together, is from the second term of the first one with the first term of the second one. So the same as this one, as the second term of the previous group together with the first term of the next group. So this will leave us to be, there is first one inside the bracket and plus there are 499 terms or groups that will equal to 499, and then minus the last term of 500 squared over 1001. So this should be pretty simple for you guys. To further prove that all these groups of two terms will always equal to 1, we can actually list out the second term of the previous group and the first term of the next group as this one. So it's minus I squared over 2I plus 1 plus I plus 1 squared over 2I plus 1 minus 1. And indeed, it equals to 1. So this validates our answer or the hypothesis. Actually, there is a slightly different answer or method for this solution. You can see we still use the generalized term, but instead of using minus, we can actually try to use plus, which is not as common as using minus. And you can see that if we have these two terms adding to each other, it will actually equal to 4i over 2i minus 1 times 2i plus 1. Therefore, this generalized term here actually will equal to 1 over 4 times I over 2i minus 1 plus I over 2i plus 1. So this is a plus instead of a minus from the method number 1 explained before. Therefore, again, these 500 terms can be listed out like this. So it's 1 over 4 outside of a bracket, and there will be 1 over 1 and 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3. So again, if you group the second term of the previous term and the first term of the next one, they will always again equal to 1. And I can leave this for you to derive it. Therefore, again, this will be equal to 1 over 4 outside the bracket, and there are 500 ones adding together. Now the last one is a 500 over 1001. Therefore, the result is the same. No surprise. So, did you get it? Thanks a lot for watching. So if you are already here, please add a like and share this channel with your friends, your family, especially with those kids that really like math and want to get smart every day. Thank you. I'll see you in the next couple of days.